Hello everyone, so I wanted to do a basic skincare makeup video or foundation video on how I apply my BareMinerals, because I've been asked quite a few times on Instagram the best way to apply it and how I apply it. Okay, so basically I've cleansed, I've done my skincare, and then I go in with my Complexion Rescue. So I use this primarily as my moisturizer, so I'll put a serum on and then I'll use this. This I've talked about before a billion times. It's amazing, it's got your SPF, it's hydrating, but recently I've been using it under my BareMinerals and it's a complete game changer. What this does to your BareMinerals is it creates more coverage, more vibrant color, and it lasts all day. I'm not even kidding. Yesterday I went to the dentist, and you know, the hygienist, and she's like, you know, drilling and not drilling but cleaning, and all that water goes everywhere and her like wet gloved fingers are all over your face. Nothing budged, and usually it would have, but it didn't. So it's incredible. I don't know what it does, but it just makes it stick. It just makes it look really good. Anyway, so I've already applied this. I'm in the shade Buttercream. I don't know why this doesn't focus. Is it supposed to? I don't know, it's my iPhone. Yeah, no fancy stuff going on here. But this is the shade Buttercream. I used to use the shade 4 Neutral, which I think I prefer. Oh no, it's 5 Neutral. I think I prefer. This is a bit too light, but it works because it's winter. Well, you know, autumn. Okay, then I'm doing it a little bit different. I used to go in with the concealer first, but I'm going to go in with the foundation first. And this is BareMinerals Original Foundation, and I'm in the shade Medium Beige. Okay, so I tip out about that much into the jar, and I like to use either the Beautiful Finish Face brush, or what I've been loving recently is the Real Techniques buffing brush. This just creates the most smoothest base possible, so I'm going to get on with it. Okay, so I swirl it around in my lid, give it a good old swirl, and then I tap off the excess. And I start on the outside of my face, and I start sort of here. And I just buff in. And I think the key to and it's a good job I'm doing this now because my skin is not great. I've had this ginormous pimple for the last 2 weeks, good lord. So it's a good time to show you. But my point is, the more moisturized your skin, the better it applies. You know, it's like you've got to literally have tacky skin for it to kind of stick. Now I'm on the TRETINOIN again, so I'm peeling a bit here, but don't worry about that. I go back into the lid because every time you tap something off, there's stuff left over, and I kind of go in to the side like this, and I just do my smooth circular motions. And I just find this brush to be so incredibly smooth. And the Complexion Rescue underneath just gives it. I don't think Complexion Rescue gives any coverage at all, personally. It just kind of evens out your skin tone. But it creates an amazing sticky board for your BareMinerals. So, and I find I need a lot less than usual. So I keep going into whatever's left. So I'm just concentrating on this side of my face and make sure I get in these corners. But can you see can you see the difference? Like, it's just, you can go in with another layer if you want to. I'm not going to, that's fine for that side. Okay, then I'm going to go into the other side and I'm going to do the same again. So you kind of just figure out how much you kind of need. Don't obviously pile it in, and do take your time doing it, because the more you blend the better it's going to look. So then again, I start on the edge and I just gently buff and I go to the chin. I go back in, sort of tap around the edges so you get your edges out, and start going into the side. And I just keep buffing it in. And I'm very particular about this area in the nose, because you always end up getting like forgetting about the nose. So, you know, I try to make sure I get all those bits. So I'm blending, just buffing in around there. I'm not too worried about that because I'm going to cover that up. And I buff. If you feel like you didn't put enough in, you can go in again with a tiny bit, or you may have, like I have, more breakouts on one side than the other. Okay, really get in all those crevices, and always keep tapping because it gets into the edges, so you'll always find little bits. So I always do I do my face in sections. So now obviously if I'm doing this in like my time, I'll be doing it really, really quickly, but I want to show you what I'm doing. Right, so I've done that part of my face. I'm going to now do my forehead, which you never really need too much on the forehead, really, I don't think. Swirl it around, and then I just kind of go into the center and around the edges. I mean, look at that. I'm telling you, it just, for me, it just makes my skin really smooth. I'm all about smoothness, and I find this just keeps it smooth. Okay, so face done. We've done the face, right? Then I like to go in with concealer, and this is Summer Bisque. And what I do with that is I get, it was nearly finished. Oh, I put too much in. Oh my God, that's what happens. You end up putting too much. That's all right. Don't worry about it. And I like to take a brush like this. This is a really old, it's called Blend Enhance. It's a really old Marks and Spencer brush, and I love it. It's just a flat brush. And I just tap it in like this, and I just go under my eye. And it just, I go under and I take it kind of down and around the nose. It fits nicely there. So literally just keep going with that. Get it into the corners. It's a nice one to use over the eyelid as well, because it counteracts any of the dark, not dark, but redness. You see my eye's quite red. Everyone's got a sort of coloration in their eye, haven't they? But this just, and it's got an SPF of, I think, 20 in it, so it's a good way to kind of protect your eyes. But look at the difference, like it just brightens everything up. It is, and also this acts as a primer as well over your eyes, so it's quite nice. So, but you see, it just kind of like evens out everything. And I kind of just go with how much I need. And I kind of just bring it down because it just brings a nice bit of light to the face. And then I go on with the other side. Oh God, I've had a packet of crisps and I'm so thirsty now. Oh God, they were so salty. Okay, now I'm gonna go over here where I've got that ginormous, honestly, it was awful. It was like 3 pimples in one, and I couldn't burst it either. I couldn't pop it. It just wasn't, you know, it just wasn't doing it. And you don't want to kind of like, if you go too hard on it, you're going to like scar. So I thought, no, just leave it. And then over the eyelid, into that corner. Make sure you've got all the redness. I hate it when it's too dark in here. I like to go right under the eye with this. And even though this is a powder, it's not really a powder, it's minerals, so it's very creamy. I do find it can be a bit drying if you haven't got moisturiser underneath your eyes, but I like the fact that it's time saving because you don't have to set it at all. I take this and I kind of take it around the centre of the face. And sort of just brighten this area. On my nose. My eyebrows are diabolical again. Gosh. Yeah, lovely. And that's what I do for that. So, and then I go in with my bronzer, and I love my Hourglass Ambient Bronzing Natural Light, whatever it is. And I love this because it's got a bit of highlight in. And I just, oh, this bronzer is amazing. And I can just do my, I love that this powder has like a highlight mixed in, or sort of like a powder mixed in, because it just kind of, I feel, almost gives you more coverage. I go into the sockets, under the chin. Honestly, I always go back to BareMinerals because I always get the most compliments. Always. Always. My skin can be shit and I get the compliments. I don't know why. Okay, so that's bronzer. Then the blush I love using is BareMinerals. It was from the Divine Decadence collection. It's called Absolute Indulgence and it is gorgeous. It's that absolutely beautiful natural flush of pink and it just looks so flattering. I use about that much, and then I take just a old BareMinerals brush and I just dip that in and put it on. Oh, look at that. This one, oh, autumn, winter, this is what I use. It just, look at that. It's so gorgeous. So gorgeous, I put it on my eyes as well. I love that sort of uniform sort of connection. It's just beautiful. Connection. Okay. That's that. I've put it on now. What I do is, I'm going to do, before I come back with all of my makeup, I'm going to show you the rest of the base. What I do is I take my MAC Fix Plus and I spritz. Oh yes, where's my little paper? I haven't got a paper. I'll use this. And then I just, this just helps to kind of keep it sticking to the face. But look at the glow. I'm not even wearing highlighter, guys. It's just, this is how I've been doing my makeup the past couple of days and it's been absolutely amazing. I don't even know why. And the thing was, I was in a rush the other day because I had to go to the gym, but I was meeting a friend afterwards, so I wanted a face on. So I've put this on, I put my BareMinerals on. And it lasted through, I did body combat, and it lasted through my body combat beautifully and held up for the whole day. And I was like, this is incredible. Don't know what's happening. Next day I did my makeup, my BareMinerals as normal, but I didn't use the Complexion Rescue. It didn't last throughout the day. It was dry. It was chalky. It wasn't giving me coverage. I was like, what the heck? How is it working like this from one day to the other? Then I tried this again yesterday and was like, wow. I mean, the combination is divine. It really is. It just creates coverage. It creates smoothness. You look fresh. You look hydrated. Okay, so once I've done the Fix Plus and my face is semi-dry, that's when I go in with a setting powder, and this is the key to locking in your foundation. A lot of people try BareMinerals and they don't use the mineral veil. You've got to use mineral veil. That's what sets it in. But if you do the Fix Plus, let it dry, and then do the mineral veil, bulletproof. Not even joking. Right, the mineral veil I'm going to use, well, I'm not using mineral veil as such, I'm using the BareMinerals BareSkin. Now, I've spoken about this before. This is in the shade medium. So this is the Perfecting Veil, so it's a pressed version, and it's great because you can put it in your handbag. This powder over any foundation looks incredible. It smooths everything out like no other. Now, I just go in with the same brush I did my blush, because I just do, and I just tap it in like this, and I just go into the center of the face. I tap, it blends everything in, but very lightly. I'm kind of just going very lightly, and it just kind of mixes everything in and just sets everything in place. And like I said, you can use it, you can put it in your bag and do that. But what I love about it is it just makes your makeup look incredibly smooth. So that's it. That is the Bare Mineral base. It's very, very easy. Like I said, I've been asked how to do it so many times before. So that's the finished look. That's the makeup. I wanted to just focus on the skincare, the makeup, the base, basically. And this is how I go out most days. Add a bit of mascara. You can do your eyebrows, and that's it, really. So I hope you enjoyed this, and catch me in my next video, and I'm going to do an eyeshadow look to go with this look. But if I did it in this video, it'd be too long. So see you there. Take care. Bye.